Tonight on DC News Now, a popular youth sports complex scorched after a fire spreads from a nearby home.
When I walked out the door on my other side, and the whole back wall was ablaze.
The uncertainty ahead as a business begins to rebuild.
Hey friends, we're heading into the weekend with better conditions and less winds. I have that forecast coming up.
A freed Israeli hostage advocating for those remaining in Gaza, including her husband.
It's just so cruel to think that they still live in those conditions.
Her fight to bring them all home. Cracking down on retail theft, where you can expect to see more officers while holiday shopping. A parade of lights floating down the Potomac River.
It's just a great tradition, and we wouldn't trade it for anything.
The holiday cheer, bringing families back year after year.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan. Susan Tran has a night off. All right, we made it to Friday night, the weekend just about here. A live look on this Friday evening at the White House, all lit up. You can see the flag there blowing in the wind. Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb is here. We have a hypothermia alert tonight in the district because of the wind chill. Still pretty chilly out there right now.
Yeah, anytime the wind chill or temperatures actually go below 32 degrees, it is always going to be a hypothermia alert across the district and surrounding counties. It's a beautiful night right now under mostly clear skies. There's limited cloud coverage, and folks, we don't have to really worry about any precip as we go into this weekend, but you're still dealing with wind gusts at this hour up to 25 to 30 miles per hour for the plateau areas of Frederick into Westminster, extending into Kaiser Cumberland. So that breeze hasn't fully let up, but as the front continues to pull more into the central Atlantic, that is not going to be an issue for your Saturday into Sunday, where we are starting to see kind of this extreme warm up. Satellite radar, all the storm systems that we're seeing are to our north, and so we're very quiet across the region. Overnight, it's important, mostly clear skies, because as you're waking up tomorrow, we're still going to feel like we're in the teens. I have the 60s. It's back in our 7-day forecast. I'll show you when coming up.
All right, we'll see you then, Janessa. Meanwhile, we have new details tonight on a popular spot for sports camps in Northern Virginia. You can see here, destroyed by fire. DC News Now's Max Marcilla reports the owner of the Kids' Choice Sports Center in Woodbridge says they have an uncertain future.
It was a Thursday night fire that destroyed a business right before one of its busiest times of the year. This is a picture of both Prince William and Fairfax County firefighters battling the 3-alarm fire. And Friday, the signs of a building that took a beating.
We just hit prime time. This week was our busiest week for everybody starting their indoor winter sports.
General Manager Linda Bradshaw says she and her son were inside the Kids' Choice Sports Center, getting ready to open for many other kids when they smelled smoke.
And then I walked out the door on my other side, which faces the soccer field, and the whole back wall was ablaze.
This is that wall. It's now behind a fence as the fire marshal continues to investigate. We don't know how the fire started, but we know where it started. It was at this home on Devil's Reach Road, and then it spread to the center, which is just behind it, and now both buildings are left with major damage.
Whether it's going to be something we can tear down and rebuild or just gut out and rebuild, we just don't know anything until the insurance gets in there.
In the meantime, the owner telling us they are working to find a temporary spot because they have no idea how long it'll take for clinics and events to come back here. We're sorry it happened, he told us off camera. We feel bad they're left out literally in the cold.
Hang in there and hopefully we can get something else going.
A call for patience as the work to rebuild begins.
I just know I love this job, and I love keeping the kids busy. I love myself being able to run around the building and just be there with them, and that'll be missed for a little while.
In Woodbridge, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
In Prince George's County, Maryland, a jury has convicted a man of murdering a woman who flew in from El Salvador to attend her grandson's funeral. In March of 2023, Troy Medley shot Ladida Dia Carrillo while she was in a car outside this relative's house in Capitol Heights. Prosecutors told jurors the shooting was unprovoked and Medley wanted to kill that night and didn't care who he killed. Medley's sentencing date has not yet been set. Happening tomorrow, a prayer vigil will be held for a Maryland activist gunned down over the weekend. Cornelius McDonald was shot outside of a Prince George's County restaurant early Saturday morning after police say he got into an argument with another man. The vigil will be held from 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. in the parking lot of the Staples. That's on Campus Way in Largo. In Virginia, the Animal Welfare League of Arlington is asking for your help in a possible animal abuse case. The shelter says this dog, seen here on your screen, was found in critical condition. He was covered in sores, emaciated, and had severe hypothermia. Dubbed Walter, he was found near the Walter Reed Community Center Wednesday night. The AWLA says Walter died later that night. He didn't have a collar or microchip. If you recognize this dog or know anything, the shelter's animal control team wants to hear from you. We have an update tonight as the fallout continues after a D.C. public charter school abruptly closes just days before the start of the school year. Eagle Academy in Southeast shut its doors in August. It cited dwindling enrollment and financial problems. As our Mario Carbone reports, council members are now pushing for more oversight.
With more than 120 public charter schools in D.C., the district wants to ensure no other school ends up like Eagle Academy. It's why one council member is introducing new legislation to make sure school leaders are properly trained.
My heart is extremely heavy.
For Eagle Academy parent Sharnetta Boone Ruffin, the sudden closure of her daughter's school this summer set her family into a tailspin.
It was extremely stressful.
But the behind-the-scenes look she got as a 9-month member of the school's board of trustees made it even more difficult.
I'm still learning how to be a board member as a parent.
Boone Ruffin says she didn't feel like she could question any financial information laid out by the school CEO or fully understand her legal status as a board member. Training was provided by the Public Charter School Board in February, a few months after she started as a trustee, but
it just covered that we must have all of our findings and all our data and what we talk about in writing.
That background concerning to D.C. council members.
You heard yesterday one of the former board members testifying, and she remarked, well, I was just a parent. No, ma'am, you are not just a parent. When you join these boards.
It's one of the reasons why council member Christina Henderson is introducing this legislation. If passed, the bill requires D.C.'s public charter school board to offer training to newly elected or appointed members of a charter school's board of trustees in fiscal management, governance, district laws, and more. The training must be completed within 90 days of their start and repeated annually.
It was bewildering to me that this is not something that we have required in the past, especially when we think about the amount of taxpayer dollars that charter LEAs are operating with.
And I reached out to the Public Charter School Board for comment on this story, but did not hear back. Because we are nearing the end of the council session, this legislation, it'll be reintroduced in January, and Henderson hopes to have it passed and in place by summer ahead of next school year. In studio, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
In Virginia, Prince William County students will have to turn their cell phones off for most of the day next school year. School board voted to adopt a bell-to-bell cell phone ban. That means phones are off starting at the first bell until the last bell rings. They cannot be used during lunch or between classes either. 33 schools tested the policy through a pilot program this year. It officially takes effect for all students in grades K through 12 in August. Happening tomorrow, thousands of people will line the banks of the Potomac River to watch the 24th annual Holiday Boat Parade of Lights in Old Town Alexandria. Should be fun. DC News Now's Kevon Dupree joining us live from Old Town tonight. And Kevon, I know you spoke with some boaters today, and there's a lot of excitement for tomorrow night's parade.
That's right, Chris. Definitely a lot of excitement for the holiday boat parade being held here in Old Town Alexandria tomorrow. As you can see behind me, some boats already decorated in several holiday lights as they get in the festive spirit. Now, earlier today, we spoke with a family who has participated in this event for many years. They say the best part, it brings out the holiday spirit in everyone. Preparing for the Alexandria Holiday Boat Parade of Lights is nothing new for Tim and Carmen Smith.
We used to decorate the house for many years. Now it's the boat.
Their family has participated in the event for more than a decade.
This year we found Big Santa here. He's going to be on the back. The theme of our boat is Hey Santa. We just love it, but the kids love it. We bring our family out and friends. We all come see the people on the dock.
They say something that keeps them coming back is the strong sense of community they've created with dozens of other boaters over the years.
We've got boaters from Mount Vernon. We've got boaters from LaQuia. There's some people coming all the way from around the Chesapeake Bay.
Although the parade is a friendly competition to see which of the 50-plus boats has the best decorations, the Smiths say it's never been about that for them.
I've got people that made stuff for our boat to put on our boat for our signage and Christmas lights. We helped other people with their signage.
They say it is about having fun and putting on a great show for everyone who comes out for the parade.
It is so much fun, and just to see the joy of these children and the parents and the pictures, and I figure we've been on a couple Christmas cards in the past maybe. But yeah, it's just a great tradition, and we wouldn't trade it for anything.
And the Smiths actually won first place in this event back in 2020. And you can see their boat as well as many others tomorrow right here in Old Town Alexandria. The parade starts at 5:30. Reporting live in Alexandria, I'm Kevon Dupree, DC News Now.
All right, should be such a fun night. Kevon, thanks. Also tomorrow, the holiday boat parade at the Wharf in D.C. There'll be more than 60 boats decked out with holiday lights parading along the Washington Channel. There will also be live music on the pier and plenty of holiday activities like ornaments, decorating, karaoke, s'mores, and visit with Santa. That event starts at 5. The boats are set to arrive at 7. You can see here the fireworks. They get going at 8 o'clock. A lot happening tomorrow night. All right, in Maryland, if you holiday shop in Prince George's County, you can expect to see more police officers. They're adding more patrols because it's the Holiday Safe Shopper Initiative. Police remind shoppers never leave valuables on the front seat of your car or leave a car running while you run into a store.
The Prince George's County Police Department prioritizes shopper safety during the holiday season and at all times of the year. However, we have a holiday crime initiative where we are increasing uniformed and plainclothes assets to ensure that goal.
Police also recommend that shoppers lock any valuables in the trunk of your car. Coming up.